Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or maybe I should welcome myself back to my channel. It's been since May that I have posted a video. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today's video is going to be kind of a chatty get ready with me, but I'm also going to be doing the beauty consumer tag. I watched one of my favorite YouTubers, Samantha's beauty consumer tag, and it just got me thinking about a lot of things, about how I spend my money, my makeup journey, and what kind of led me to this point. I wanted to do this tag for a couple of reasons. I wanted to kind of talk about where I've been the last almost 9 months, my journey in my direct sales business that I quit, and how that kind of affected my spending habits, and then where I see my channel going in the future. I don't know how this is going to go. I am almost 40 weeks pregnant. I am about to give birth to my son. So I don't know how things are going to be with my channel going forward, but I thought this was a really interesting tag. It really got me thinking, it really got me fired up, so I thought I would just share. This is a really super personal tag. I get really in depth about a lot of things that I have never talked to anybody about, not even my husband. So please be kind. I don't want this to turn into something where it's a hate on people type video, because I'm really trying to keep it positive. I'm more talking about my experience than anything, so please keep that in mind when you are watching. If you're interested in how I spend my money on beauty products and where I see my channel going, then please keep on watching. It's been so long since I've done this. I haven't talked on camera in months and months and months, so this feels so weird. But to get started, I'm gonna go ahead and prep my skin for makeup. It's been a while since I did my skincare, so I'm gonna go in with this 4th Ray Beauty Rainfall Serum. This is their 2% hyaluronic acid serum. I like this stuff when my skin needs a little bit of moisture boost, so I'm gonna put this on before primer or anything, just kind of adds some moisture. I'm so nervous about this video. The questions are very personal, so I'm a little bit nervous. Serum sinks into my skin really fast. So for primer, I'm gonna go in with the Ulla Hendrickson Banana Bright Face Primer. During this video, I probably won't talk too much about the products that I'm putting on my face. I'm just gonna put them on as I normally do. I kind of want it to concentrate on the questions and how I'm answering them, rather than the makeup. If I sound winded throughout this video, it's because I am. I am almost 40 weeks pregnant. I am so tired. If you think that I'm breathing heavy, it's because I am, and it's because I'm big and pregnant, okay? So bear with me. I might need a break throughout this video. It's going to be a very talky video, so bear with me. Let's go ahead and get started. The first question that the tag asks is, how much money do you spend on makeup a month? And how much money do you spend on makeup in a year? So this is a really right off the bat, a really personal question. And I think what will help you get to know me a little bit more is where I kind of come from and how I started this channel. It would have been Labor Day 2016, so a long time ago, a while ago, I joined a direct sales company, or also known as a multi-level marketing company. And I sold makeup for about 2.5 years. I'm not going to name the company. It doesn't really matter. All you need to know is that it was makeup products and that that's really it. I'm not going to name the company. I'm not going to bash the company. I'm really just here to tell you about my journey. Okay, I got a phone call, so I don't really know where I ended up, but I did finish my foundation. 2.5 years ago, I started a direct sales business. I sold makeup, and I did it for almost 3 years, and I actually quit in, I think it was February of 2019, so I'm filming this in January of 2020. So I've almost been out of the business for a year, and during the time that I was in this business, I would say, going back to the tag, how much money do I spend a month on makeup? When I was in this business, I don't know how much I spent every month, but I pretty much used my business as an excuse to buy every single new product that came out from that company. My entire makeup collection was this company's makeup. I'm not saying any of this stuff to brag either. It's actually really embarrassing and makes me feel a lot of shame. So please don't take this as I'm proud of this. I'm not in any way. I actually don't want to talk about this at all, but I feel like I need to give some sort of background so that you understand. But anyway, when I first started this business, I had never bought any of the makeup before on my own. I started the business without ever trying any of this makeup, which in hindsight was stupid. And when I joined, I can remember my first order being almost $500 worth of this company's makeup, because I felt like, for a couple reasons, I felt like I needed a lot of product in order to show customers how it worked. I'm getting so hot even talking about it. I have to take my blankie off. My first order with the company was almost $500. I remember that distinctly because I put it on my credit card, and I bought I bought a lot of product just to be able to show it to customers, and take selfies and how that is. Basically just to show off the products. And from there, my goal was to make sales so that I could get free product, so that I wouldn't have to spend my own money on this business. I hosted parties and sold makeup just to bulk up my collection. Any commission that I made for the first months was going right back to the company just to pretty much bulk up my collection. I used all my money that I made from my sales on these products, and then anytime there was a product that came out as a new product, I always bought it. You can imagine that by 6 months in, I had every single lip product, every single eye product, foundation, everything. I had everything. Which, as I'm saying that out loud, makes me so sick to my stomach. These products are not cheap products. They are, equivalent to high-end products that you would buy from like Sephora. Anywhere from like a lip pencil that's $15 to a foundation that was almost $40. The eye shadows, the palettes were like $50 each. Like, it was not chump change that I was spending on these products, which, before I had joined the company, I didn't ever buy high-end makeup. So the amount of money that I spent in a year on my business makeup, hundreds of dollars. And then every month, I can't tell you like an exact number, but the amount of money that I spent per month at the beginning was a lot more than the amount at the end. Oh, am I getting so hot? This is so embarrassing. I'm like getting sick to my stomach. And that's how my habits started, I feel. I feel like I was a completionist. I needed every single lip color. I needed every single lip pencil, all the eye products. I needed it all because I needed to be able to show my customers what they could have. And looking back, that makes me so sick. Next question. Do you ever feel guilty about how much you spend on makeup? Absolutely. Yes. I bought it all with either my commission or I tried not to use my free product credit because you didn't earn sales that way. You earn sales by purchasing it yourself. And that's how I justified it, was, I'll buy this foundation so that I can sample it. Or I'll buy this foundation so I can show them how amazing their skin could look. That's how I justified it. I never did it really for the money. I didn't need it for the money. I did it because I hated my full-time job at the time. But every single cent that I made, I just bought more makeup. But since closing that business in February of 2019, so it's almost been a year, I do feel guilty about how much money I spend, but it's like a different kind of guilt. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I am about to have a baby. My due date is in like 4 days. I think this is what you would call mom guilt. You have a baby coming. You have so many like regular everyday expenses coming that spending money on makeup is kind of frivolous and irresponsible. So even when I am buying makeup now, I do feel guilty, but I definitely am not buying the volume that I was when I was with that company. Do you get FOMO related to makeup purchases? Yes. I still, even in this time that I took a break from YouTube, I still watched a lot of YouTube. I like to watch videos still just to see what is out there. And there's a lot of products that I want to be able to try, but I just can't right now. Not because we're broke, but we just don't have extra money to spend on makeup, frivolous things. We have, really cut our spending down. And so I haven't been spending money on makeup. I do get FOMO, but I do get over it pretty quickly. Okay, fourth question is, do you purchase or keep items because they are limited edition? When I was with my previous company, like I said, I was a completionist. I wanted everything just to be able to show my customers what they could have, what this makeup could do. But I didn't buy it because it was limited edition. There was a lot of limited edition products that they would come out with that I wouldn't purchase because I knew that my customers wouldn't be able to have them. And even after I'm not in that business anymore, I just, it doesn't appeal to me. I don't get excited over limited edition things. Fifth question, would you be willing to pay more for a sold out product online? No. I don't know that there is anything in this world that I would be willing to pay more for just because it's sold out. Do you wish you could spend more or less? I could kind of go both ways on this one. If I had more money, would I spend it on makeup? I mean, obviously I'd spend a little bit more because right now I don't spend hardly any at all, and I miss trying new products. But at the same time, bringing the baby into the world, I'm gonna have a hard time spending money on makeup anyway. I think I would rather spend money on experiences with the baby and with Jeremy and him as a family, rather than makeup. Of course I want to buy makeup. That is what I love to do. I love trying new products. I like using new products. But if I had more money to spend, I don't know that I would spend it all on makeup. I don't know anybody that was I wish I had less money to spend on makeup. If you love makeup, why would that thought ever come across your mind? Or if you like to read, no one's gonna be oh, I wish I didn't have as much money to buy books. You're always gonna want more money for your hobbies or what you like. The next question is, do you feel compelled to buy something when you see it in somebody else's collection? Now, no. I mean, there's definitely people that I watch that I really value their opinions and their recommendations. But I don't buy something just because they have it. Now, no. I can pretty much justify not spending a lot of money just because, or I could justify not having a product just because someone else has it. Do you buy more during the holidays? I didn't this year just because we were really being cautious of what we spend our money on. But when I was with my direct sales company, hell yeah. They would do specials around Black Friday with exclusive products and new products that you had to buy in this certain bundle to get. And so of course I wanted to be one of the people who had the exclusive products, even if they were junk. God, I bought so many products that I would never have bought, but because they were in these holiday bundles, I was such a sucker. This year I was really good about my spending. There was definitely things that caught my eye, but it wasn't any of the holiday releases from brands. It was always the value sets, the skincare and the makeup minis that come out for the holidays. That is what I would rather spend my money on, instead of limited edition products or holiday specific producreally. This next question I don't want to answer. The next question, I'm really, I'm so embarrassed. Okay. The next question is, have you ever hidden a makeup purchase from your friends or your family? I hope I don't start crying. Yes, I definitely have. When I was with that company, I obviously had my own credit card before Jeremy and I were pregnant, before we were married. And even when we had separate bank accounts, we both, we pooled our money together even if we had separate accounts to cover our bills together. We were living together, so of course we paid bills together. I still had my own credit card, and that is where all of my makeup purchases would go, because Jeremy didn't have access to my accounts, but I put it on my credit card so that he couldn't see what I was spending on makeup, so I wouldn't have to tell him. I would just pay off my credit card as I could. Like I said, I was spending so much money every month to get this giant collection for my business. So I put a lot on my credit card that Jeremy didn't know about. And when we moved and got married, we joined accounts. I kept doing it. And when we were planning our wedding, we paid for the majority of our wedding by ourselves. We were trying to watch how we spent our money because we needed to buy things for the wedding. And I would still put all my stuff on my credit card, all my makeup on my credit card, so that he couldn't see what I was spending my money on. That really sucks to say out loud, because Jeremy is like one of the most hardworking people I know. He goes on call all the time, but when he's not on call and they need help, he will always go and help them. Like, he is just one of the hardest working people I know. And he has set us up financially so well. He definitely is the one that works the hardest and does things for our family so that we can live the way we do. For me to have to hide my makeup obsession is a little bit embarrassing, but it's just hard when he doesn't spend money on frivolous things, but I still am. And how am I supposed to justify that? How am I supposed to look at him and say, oh yeah, I bought an eyeshadow palette today, while he's like coming home from an ice storm? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And it's hard to admit to him how much money that I still owe on my credit card from that business. So not only was I hiding stuff from him on my credit card, but then when I would get packages, I would have it sent to my dad's house in town, or I would have it sent to my job, my office, so that I could figure out how to hide it in my purse. To this day, I don't know that Jeremy knows how much money I've spent on makeup. Since quitting that business, my spending habits have been very different. I haven't hardly bought any makeup at all this year. Pretty much just anything that I needed to replace, I bought. But there are moments of weakness, But I think if Jeremy knew exactly how much money I spent on that business, buying inventory, he would be very disappointed in me. Please don't cry. Please don't cry. Moving on, please. Next question is, do you have more than 10 products in your collection that you have not used in over a month? Yes. The whole reason I wanted to do this video and this tag was because I wanted to really think about how I was spending my money on beauty products and how I wanted to continue moving forward. There are lots of products in my collection that I have used once and then forgot about and just repurchased other products, forgetting that I had that same product, maybe from a different brand, in my collection. Like, for example, there's eyeshadow palettes in my collection that I have used maybe once, twice, and then haven't used since. So, yes, I definitely have more than 10 products that I haven't used in a month. Next question, have you ever been pressured to purchase something you could not afford or did not need? Not since quitting that business. I say business lightly. Business. I have not since. I mean, I still watch a lot of YouTubers. I still really want a lot of products, but I've never been pressured by the people that I watch to buy makeup that I don't need or can't afford. I don't really watch people that pressure people, I guess. I watch people who like to shop their stash. I like people who actually use up their makeup. I like hearing those kinds of people rather than just new makeup all the time. It was a different story when I was doing the direct sales business. Oh, gosh, it's so... I'm so nervous about this because there are people that are still in the business that I really care about and that I really like, and I don't want to hurt them. I did feel a lot of pressure from a lot of people above me because there were certain times where you could get bonuses for your downline selling a certain amount of product. And so I would get messages like, oh, you only need this much more this month until you get this and I get this. And that was one of the reasons why I quit, actually, because I was sick of being pressured to buy or sell things that I didn't want to anymore. I didn't feel good about it, and I felt really guilty about it. I felt a lot of pressure to make sales. Sometimes they would message me and ask me, are you planning to buy this new product? I'm buying this. And so I always felt like I had to, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to show it to my customers. So yeah, in that way I did feel a lot of pressure. All right. The next question is, do you purchase makeup for collector reasons? And no. Now that I'm doing my own thing and I'm not in that business anymore, I don't purchase makeup for collector reasons. I don't feel the need to have a complete line of anything. When I was selling, I've mentioned in this video, I felt like I needed to have the complete collection. So at that time, yes, I did. It wasn't for collecting though. It was more so that I could show people. I lined my lips. The next question is, in your makeup journey, have you become more or less consumeristic? I'd say when I first started getting into makeup, I bought everything. Even before my direct sales company, I bought everything. anything that a YouTuber would recommend, I bought because I was just a sucker. Like, I was such a sucker. But the thing is like, I bought affordable makeup. I've never really been into like super expensive makeup. I just haven't. Because when I was first starting watching YouTube, I didn't have bills, guys. I was in college. I was living off my parents. So any spare makeup that I had, or spare money that I had, I bought makeup. And so then I was definitely more consumeristic. Now I can think more critically about what I'm buying, just because like I'm supporting myself now, and I have responsibilities. I am not one of those people that can just go buy an expensive eyeshadow palette. We have to pay normal bills and stuff, so it's not like I can just go out and drop a pretty penny on a ton of makeup. Like, I can think through it better now that I have to pay bills and I have a baby coming. So I'd say when I was in my business, I was definitely more consumeristic, and especially when I first started getting into makeup, I bought everything. The whole purpose of wanting to do this video and this tag was because I want to start doing videos again, but I've always, like, even from the beginning of my channel, when I started it last year, I've really struggled because I don't want to feel like I have to spend all this money on product. I'm nervous. I've been nervous about that because we just don't have disposable income for me to just go and buy makeup all the time. And I think that's a lot of what the content like going towards on YouTube. You know, it's a lot of people talking about new releases, and it kind of promotes this certain level of consumerism that I'm just not comfortable with, and I can't justify, because I am still, a year later, paying off credit card debt from my direct sales business that I quit. I really want to do YouTube. I really love makeup. I like connecting with people about makeup. I'm really hesitant because I just can't, there's no way that even if I could buy makeup like other YouTube people can, I don't know if I want to. I want to be able to spend money on my son and like let him do things and experience things. That's why when I got pregnant and we found out we were pregnant in May, that's why I stopped doing videos, because I just couldn't justify spending money on makeup. I recognize that this is something that I really love and that I want to keep doing, and so I've been trying to figure out a way that I can do this without spending a ridiculous amount of money all the time on new products. The reason why I wanted to do this tag is because I've been thinking a lot about what kind of content that I like to watch and what kind of content would I want to produce. And I'm going to do a separate video on this, but I'm putting myself on a low buy for 2020. And I'm curious during this challenge, like, can a YouTube channel survive on content that isn't new releases all the time? And I was inspired to do this from, her name is Hannah Louise Poston. She actually started her YouTube channel on a no-buy, which I kind of binged her videos this week and found her really inspiring, and so I also want to take on that challenge. I have so much makeup here that I just don't ever get use out of, and I don't try to use products up. And so and like I said, I'll do a whole video on this, but I want to be able to use up some of my products. I want to get better use out of it. I want to discover my makeup collection. I have eyeshadow palettes in my collection that have been used like once, and that's it. So that's kind of why I wanted to do this tag. I wanted to give you some background on where I've come from, what my spending habits are, and what I'm going to be working to kind of reconcile, I guess, or like kind of work on this year. I'm going to be doing a separate video on that, so stay tuned for that. Okay guys, that is the end of the beauty consumer tag. We all have our thing, we all have our shtick. Makeup just happens to be mine, and I really wanted to take a deeper dive into how I spend money. I hope I didn't ramble too much in this video. Someday maybe I'll talk about my thoughts on direct sales businesses, but today is not that day. I am not that brave right now. So, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.